part B wants us to solve this and find the smallest positive value of x that satisfies it. So you can see that they've swapped the x for a 3x. So I'm going to do the same thing but for the function. So we've got 8 over 3 cos 3x plus 3 sine 3x equals 8/9 root 6. But obviously, rather than using this 3 cos 3x plus 3 sine 3x, we're going to use our equivalent function. So I'm going to have 8 over 18, root 18 cos of 3x minus pi over 4. And that's going to equal 8 root 6 over 9. Those 8's can obviously cancel out. So that gives us 1 over root 18 cos of 3x take pi over 4 equals root 6 over 9. So if we bring the denominators up, if we times by 9 and times by this denominator, we're going to get 9 equals root 6 times root 18, which is 6 root 3 cos of 3x minus pi over 4. If I divide my 9 by that 6 root 3, I get root 3 over 2. So I can write down that cos of 3x take pi over 4 is root 3 over 2. And now I can inverse cos, which gives me one value of pi over 6. So 3x minus pi over 4 is pi over 6. But obviously that's not the only value on a cos graph with a height of root 3 over 2. There's positive ones, there's negative ones, and they keep going either side for ages and ages, forever and ever. We don't really know which is the smallest one of these that's going to correspond to giving me, which one of these is going to correspond to giving me the smallest x value that works. So I'm just going to write down a few. We've got this pi over 6 one here. But obviously another one comes from finding 2 pi minus pi over 6, which is 11 pi over 6. That's probably not going to be the smallest one, but this one might be, minus pi over 6. So that's another possibility. Those really are my three kind of contenders. This one probably not, because if this one works, then that one is obviously smaller, and that will give me an x that's smaller. But so it's looking like it's between this one and this one. And you'll see that actually it is going to end up being this one that gives us the best, smallest positive answer, because pi over 6 is smaller than pi over 4. So when we add that pi over 4 on, we are going to go into the positive values. So let's work with that pi over 6, that minus pi over 6 value. As I said, if we add pi over 4 on, that gives me that 3x is a 12th, pi over 12. So if I divide by 3, that will give me that x is equal to pi over 36. So that is a positive number. That gives me a positive number. If I'd used the plus pi over plus pi over 6 from here instead, on this equation, so equals plus pi over 6, and then added on pi over 4, that would give me that 3x is equal to 5 pi over 12, so x is equal to 5 pi over 36, which is obviously bigger. So So the smallest positive x value is the pi over 36. Lots of you will have had the answer 5 pi over 36 and wondered why it was wrong, but hopefully that's explained it to you.